When you end up hurting a narcissist and triggering his narcissistic injury, this is a scary thing that will happen. Narcissists seek for victims who are vulnerable, sympathetic, and likely to hand over material or emotional resources. Using it to boost their own profile is a surefire technique to achieve this goal. If they can have their pick of wealthy, gorgeous, talented, etc., high-status men and women, they will marry the best available option. When given the opportunity, they will immediately begin exploring the limits of what is doable. A tug-of-war effect can be seen. You'll feel the pain instantly. The pressure to break increasingly more significant boundaries increases over time. The simplest supply is the one who stays with the narcissist because they derive their self-worth from him or her and feel trapped otherwise. Those who have been misled and gaslighted for a long time, possibly beginning with a narcissistic father, are particularly vulnerable to this. I'd like to begin by appreciating your attention to this film. If you're new around these parts, remember that your mission is to uncover the narcissist's deepest secrets. I want you to know how much I value your future assistance before we get started. Outward manifestations of narcissism are not always negative. Possible causes include a disruption in brain chemistry or physical injury. However, narcissistic fury encompasses a broad spectrum of actions, from overt acts of violence, such as physical assault, to covert acts of violence, such as simmering resentment. Narcissists can become depressed if they don't receive the disproportionate amount of attention they crave. If a narcissist isn't able to get what they want, they may resort to confrontational or passive-aggressive behavior. Disappointing because it shatters their rosy self-image. If narcissists are so concerned with their appearance, how can this be the case? To that end, I'd want to talk about the effects a narcissistic injury can have on a narcissist right now. What is the degree to which they concur or diverge? If they're so horrible, why? Individuals might suffer from a wide variety of narcissistic wounds. You are presented with a handful of options at each juncture. Nonetheless, I will discuss the worst possible narcissistic injury and their possible reactions to it. One synonym for narcissistic wounds is wounded ego. The narcissist's pride and sense of self-importance are damaged by these experiences. This is the typical outcome when one's false self is attacked. The severity of the wound may also influence the narcissist's reaction. No matter how deep the wound, they will always behave the same. In the sake of brevity, let's quickly review the typical reaction of a narcissist to an injury to their sense of self-importance. When their ego is threatened, they experience guilt and frustration. The narcissist's focus shifts to vengeance because of this. Narcissists have no capacity for forgiveness, regardless of the severity of the wrong done to them. They make no attempt to provide an explanation. That being said, it is irrelevant as to whether or not they have. They will be plotting their revenge and considering how to cause you harm. Smear campaigns, whether conducted in private or in public, are one of their preferred forms of punishment. A narcissist may be cruel at first and then change their behavior abruptly. I'm not even referring to the lifetime smear campaign when I say that a narcissist might be injured in other ways that lead to worse behavior. The reason for this is that a narcissist can be murdered in addition to everything else. When their sense of self crumbles before their eyes and they are forced to face the truth about who or what they are, they experience profound feelings of embarrassment. A narcissist could be driven to extremes by a wide variety of factors. Such events would cause a narcissist's inner wounds to burst open. In the film, I discussed at length how isolation, public humiliation, and personal insults all hit narcissists particularly hard. Those who possess all three abilities at once pose a significant threat to narcissists. The narcissist will then either avoid this person at all costs out of fear or get fixated on doing them harm. If the latter is correct, individuals can feel at ease upon citing their tormentor. This forces the narcissist to face the truth. They don't like the other person, and they need to stop pretending otherwise. They'd rather have them dead than have to deal with them. A severe narcissistic injury inflicted on someone with an extreme personality type like narcissism can have far-reaching consequences for more than simply the victim. The narcissist's next move will be determined by the intensity of their current feelings of anger or depression. If it's fear, they may feel trapped and hopeless. Even if they come to terms with their mistakes and make an effort to obtain help, it is highly unlikely that they would succeed. Narcissists may try to place a curse or hex on their victim, hire a hitman to kill them, or resort to other extreme measures if their hatred for them is unfathomable. A narcissist would order anyone to do anything if they were sure it wouldn't be traced back to them. After being wronged by another narcissist, a person's darker nature becomes more apparent. They could try to gain pity by portraying themselves as victims, but this would only serve to divert attention away from their true goals. Professionals, however, can deduce the source of their anger and the severity of their problem. In other words, you'll get an eyewitness account. Narcissists experience a wide range of negative emotions when they are injured. Common emotions include terror, rage, resentment, and embarrassment. The narcissist will become even more depressed as a result of this. A narcissist cannot take multiple slights or rejections without crumbling. Narcissistic harm, like any other wound to the ego, leaves permanent scars. The person is miserable to be around because of the constant flood of criticism. If a narcissist is consistently frustrated, they may resort to violence or mental breakdown. Narcissists aren't interested in healing from past hurts and moving on with their lives. As they become older, it becomes increasingly difficult for them to alter their behavior because they refuse to accept themselves or acknowledge their own shortcomings. When someone's pride is wounded, you should offer them permission to take their own life. I pray that you found value in this video. Tell me about a time you made someone feel bad about themselves and how they reacted. I hope to see you again soon. Your presence is always welcome. Please use this space to ask questions or provide feedback. You can subscribe to our channel and receive notifications whenever we add new videos by clicking the bell icon in the description. I appreciate you stopping by to see this.
Hello everybody, I thank you very much for all of you who have watched this video. I pray that all of you will always be in good health, given health, and keep away from narcissists. Don't forget to continue to support this channel by pressing like, sharing, and subscribe, so that all of you don't get left behind every time we upload a new video. Okay, bye bye.